Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Tell Me a Story. My name is Miss Katie. Thanks for being here with me today. Today, we are going to talk about counting. We're going to practice lots of different kinds of counting. We're going to count up, and we're going to count down. We're going to do a little bit of subtraction. We are also going to count by different numbers. So sometimes we're going to count all the way up to 10. Sometimes we'll count up to 5. Sometimes we'll go even up to 15, like in our first story, coming up next. This story is called 15 Animals, and it's written and illustrated by Sandra Boynton. I've done this story before, but I think it's fun to see it again, and especially to practice counting up different ways. I really like animals. I like them a lot. 15 animals is what I've got. I've got 15 animals. They're friendly and tame, and I've given each one a very special name. I've got a cat named Bob. Hi, Bob. And a dog named Bob. And 2 fish called Bob and Bob. Okay. So we've got 4 animals up already. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have a little bit ways to get to 15. I've got Bob, my hamster, and Bob, my horse, neigh, and my piglet, who's known as Bob, of course. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still more to get to 15. There's my rabbit named Bob, and his bunny wife, Bob, and their kids, Bob, Bob, and Bob. Let's do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, a little bit more. There's Bob the mouse and Bob the bird and my turtle, Simon James Alexander Ragsdale III. Let's do a check. Are there 15? Is the story over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The end. All 15. And you remember, all of their names were Bob, except for our turtle, Simon James Alexander Ragsdale III. I'm not sure that Bob are all special names, but I think it's special to have so many different kinds of animals. One of the things that I like about this story is you could practice grouping the animals. So I'm going to put our dog and cat together and our fish together. I'm going to put our horse and our piglet together, our gerbil, hamster, and our mouse. I'm going to put Bob and his wife together, Bob and 2 of the bunnies together, and 1 Bob bunny and 1 bird. And I grouped our animals this way so we could practice counting by 2s. So this is a little tricky for some of our younger friends, but for those who are maybe thinking about heading to preschool or kindergarten this year, this is an important math skill to start working on. So we're going to count 2 at a time. So we'll say 2, and then add another 2 is 4. Add another 2 is 6. Add another 2 is 8. Add another 2 is 10. Add another 2 is 12. I'm out of fingers. 10 and 2. Add another 2 is 14. So 10 and 4 for 14. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. I hope you had fun with that story. We are going to see another story that practices an early math skill, subtraction, in our next activity. Our next activity, all about subtraction, features Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Pete the Cat is originally written by Eric Litwin and illustrated by James Dean. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pete loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. When all of a sudden, pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1, 2, 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. Did Pete cry, friends? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. When all of a sudden, pop! Oh no, another button popped off and it rolled away. How many buttons are left? Do you know? 1, 2. 2 buttons because 3 minus 1 is 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. When all of a sudden, pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and it rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button, my button, my 1 groovy button. When all of a sudden, pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and it rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? Did you see that in there, friends? Right there! Pete's belly button! So he sang, my button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. The end. Great job, Pete. Pete, we count down. We start with 4, go to 3, 2, 1, 0. In our next story, we're going to count up to 10 and then back down again. Stay tuned. This story is called Stack the Cats, and it's written and illustrated by Susie Grahramani. This book is all about cats and how they count up and down. One cat sleeps. Oh, can you do the motions with that cat? Sleeps. But 2 cats play. And 3 cats? 3 cats stack. They stack on each other. Oh my goodness, I'm going to spread those kitties out so they can feel better. 3 cats stack. What about if we added a 4th cat? 4 cats would teeter, and 5 cats would totter. So teeter back, forth, totter back and forth this way. You know what? I think 6 cats prefer 2 stacks. So we'll stack them nice so they fit. Oh, that's so comfortably. If we add a 7th cat, oh, it's time to take another nap. Take a nap. What if we were to try 8 cats on top? Whoosh! See a black cat all the way at the top? Here's our black cat. Maybe we'll put them down here so it's easier to see their eyes. You know what happens with 8 cats? They're going to tumble. Oh my goodness. 9 cats agree to stack 9 3 by 3 by 3. So 1, 2, 3. We've got 1, 2, and we'll put our black cat in the middle. 3, and get our other cats. We've got 1, 2, and 3. And whoops, those cats fell down. I guess we better pick them up. Maybe their stack wasn't as sturdy. Put them back up one more time and see if they'll stack nicely. There they go. And 10 cats is just too many cats. That's a lot of cats. So we'll let 1 cat go and sleep. 2 cats climb up and away. 2 cats hide. And 2 cats go seek. They're going to find them. And 3 cats, well, 3 cats stack. How would you stack the cats? The end. I really like Susie Grahramani's books because they're practicing early math concepts. Her other book, Balance the Birds, talks all about how you balance a scale by putting birds on equal sides. Check it out next time you're at the library. In our last story, we counted up and down with cats. In this song, we're going to count down with frogs. This song is called 5 Green and Speckled Frogs. I'll be playing my ukulele while we're singing, so let me show you the motions that you can do to play along. We're going to count down with our fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to have our frogs sit down a hollow log, just like this. Here's my 5 frogs on a hollow log. Our frogs are going to eat some bugs. We're going to rub our stomachs and say, yum, yum. One of the frogs is going to jump into the pool where it's nice and cool. Wave yourself. And now there are 4 speckled frogs. And we'll say what frogs say. Ribbit, ribbits. Okay. I'm going to pull out my ukulele right here, and we'll get singing. 5 green and speckled frogs sat on a hollow log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a hollow log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. 3 green and speckled frogs sat on a hollow log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. 2 green and speckled frogs sat on a hollow log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there's just 1 green speckled frog. Ribbit, ribbit. 1 green and speckled frog sat on a hollow log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbits. The ends. Wow. All of the frogs are gone by the end of the song. And in our next story, all of the animals are going to be gone by the end too. Our last story for today is called Counting Ovejas. It's written by Sarah Weeks and illustrated by David Diaz. Ovejas is the Spanish word for sheep. We're going to be seeing sheep in this story. Did you know that sometimes when friends are having trouble falling asleep, they count sheep? That's what the child in this story is going to do. Buenas noches. Good night. Shh. Una oveja blanca. 1 white sheep. 2 ovejas marrones. 2 brown sheep. 3 ovejas negras. 3 black sheep. 4 ovejas rosas. 4 pink sheep. 5 ovejas verdes. 5 green sheep. Oh my goodness, the sheep need to make some room. There's going to be more of them. 6 ovejas rojas. 6 red sheep. 7 ovejas azules. 7 blue sheep. 8 ovejas violetas. 8 purple sheep. 9 hojas anaranjadas. 9 orange sheep. 10 ovejas amarillas. 10 yellow sheep. Our friend has counted 10 sheep. But before they can go to sleep, we have to wave goodbye to those sheep. Okay? We're going to say, adios, ovejas amarillas. Do you remember that color? Goodbye, yellow sheep. Adios, ovejas anaranjadas. Goodbye, orange sheep. Adios, ovejas violetas. Sounds like the word violet, which is another way to say purple. Goodbye, purple sheep. Adios, ovejas azules. Goodbye, blue sheep. Adios, ovejas rojas. Goodbye, red sheep. Adios, ovejas verdes. Goodbye, green sheep. Adios, ovejas rosas. Goodbye, pink sheep. Adios, ovejas negras. Goodbye, black sheep. Adios, ovejas marrones. Goodbye, brown sheep. Y adios, oveja blanca. And goodbye, white sheep. Gracias, ovejas. Thank you, sheep. The end. Wow. That was a great story to see all the different colors of sheep and our friend trying to go to sleep. Something that I like to do when I get ready to go to sleep is to sing nursery rhymes. And I have a nursery rhyme for you coming up next. The nursery rhyme that I'm going to share today is 1, 2, buckle my shoe. We'll practice counting up in pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do this rhyme a couple of times because 3 times is a way for children to learn the rhyme or song that we're doing. So we're going to do it 3 times. We're going to do it with some motions, and then we're going to do it with some cards. So it goes 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen. So let's see the things that we're talking about in this rhyme, because things like shoe buckles, many of our friends probably don't see that often. So it goes 1, 2, buckle my shoe. See the buckle right there? Goes over the top. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up the sticks. 7, 8, Lay them straight. 9, 10. A big fat hen. Were you doing the motions with the cards? We're going to do them all together. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen. Excellent job, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that nursery rhyme, and I hope your family shares lots of different nursery rhymes, whether it's at bedtime or any other time of the day. We're going to say goodbye in our next video. Thank you for being here with me today, friends. I hope you enjoyed all of the different things that we counted today. We counted pets, we counted frogs and sheep and cats and buttons, and we shared one of my favorite nursery rhymes. I'll be back same place, same time next Monday for another edition of Tell Me a Story, Monday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Until then, friends, have a wonderful week. Goodbye.